I'm seeing them come in, I see you leave, and I'm here. I'm here. You can see a long day. Salute, salute, salute. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. What's good, what's good, what's good. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and being learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for questions and answers. Know this is a space for intelligence, respect, unity, love. Know that this is your space. Know that this is a space where we will win while we walk our path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, as my classroom assistants come on in, please put all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please, we need to keep the war effort funded. So make sure that information is in there. If you or anyone you know is in need of anger management, please book you an assessment. If you're already up under my fold, get your sessions in. Book your sessions. If you or anyone you know is suspecting that you are either living through or witnessing domestic violence, please book an assessment so you can figure out through the information whether or not what you're seeing is truly a space where domestic violence or intimate partner abuse is present, and learn the strategies, techniques to either get up and out and survive and thrive with it, or save your life. The life you save could be your own. Now, in this late night class on the East Coast, I know them West Coast people loving it. They probably got their little nasty, ashy feet kicked up on the beach somewhere, laying back, sun still a little bit up, half clothed, enjoying it. But my East Coast people, they're rubbing their eyes, trying to stay up for class, saying, damn, what is he on? I had a very, very long day. A lot of work. But we here, and we're going to get in as much as we can get in before people start scratching their ass and falling out. You know? Got their phone by their pillow, one eye, and all that old other funny style shit. I know the struggle. But damn it, this is more than college level learning. This is more, okay? More than university lectures. This is life here, baby, life. So who in here to get this life? Momo is up in here, I see you. Black Leaf, okay. Navi from the West Coast, she in here, but she cheating. Don't give me that green apple. You ain't tired, you up. You up, I know where you at. Tiara, I know you sleepy, but youngin', you always on point. Let's get it in. Strictly Game, the brand, peace and power, the intellectual soapbox. Thank you for joining. I know you just signed off. Thank you for staying around. Look at that thing. I got a red apple from Rashida. Boy, she sure know how to warm somebody's heart. Look at her. So precious. See, Blaze, I know you up. What's good? What's going on? Geechee's in the spot. Angel. Yeah. See, y'all the ones that's gonna get extra credit. I know that's right. It's the A students here. Well, listen. We have to get into this silly shit. Most of you who've been with me for a while know exactly what I feel about capitalism, what I feel about chasing the bag, what I feel about all that type of stuff. Financial literacy, chasing credit scores, stressing out over all that type of foolishness that when you go, you're gone. You're gone. It's out of here. Out of here. You ain't taking none of it with you. And most of the stuff you leave behind is going somewhere else anyway. You know how I feel about it. You know how I feel about its effect on our people and what it has done to our culture. So we're going to get into the grand scale of where we are at with it. And contrary to belief, where we always was with it in certain spaces. Okay? There's been some very interesting memes flowing through people's timelines in the past 48 hours. Shit, it's almost midnight. So yeah, 48 hours. One that has been a topic of discussion numerous times is the dinner with Jay-Z or 500K in cash. Now, we already know that us in the culture, we've been speaking about that, or it's been a topic of conversation. Shit, that had to be like 6 months ago. It was a while. But, you know, mainstream media is always late. So he just did a recent interview with Gayle King, and she asked him himself after so many different videos and posts and comments and dialogues have been on social media for, again, almost 6 months now. And people was clowning it. Remember, they even went to the shit with Bow Wow. What did they say? $1,000 in food stamps or dinner with Bow Wizzy? And people was like, yo, give me them stamps, right? Just shit it on homie. Like, yo, let me get them stamps. I'll take that. You dig what I'm saying? Let me get that. Yeah, Soldier Boy, all that. Definitely. Let me get them stamps. And yeah, I know what the G and stamps look like. Shit, G and stamps, we was doing lobster a week for about 5 months. Yeah, get that lobster, throw that up in there with them stamps. Them stamps, you going out. You hitting the major supermarket around the way. You seeing if somebody got a BJ's card. Your ass is going to Pathmark if they still got them in your hood. Shit, you going to the spotty spots. A G and stamps? Man, let me get that. Let me get that. You getting all type of shit. Orange juice. honey, all type of shit you ain't had in about 10 years. Yo, let me get that. Yeah. Yeah, what's that? Yeah. Nah, we eat prunes now. Yeah, let me get a bag of prunes. Yeah, get 2 olives. Get the green salad olives and get the black. Nigga, we got stamps. We going in. Huh? Nah. Put that whiting back. Get that flounder fillet. Yeah, we need that. A G and stamps? Yeah, get out of here, Bow Wow. Dinner? Nah. Let me get those. All right? So, Gail asked him. And he gave the most intelligent answer. Like, take the money. Like, what can you get from me that I already haven't given you in the music? It's not that much more I can say. Go get that bread. But again, the get back or the takeaway from that conversation at that high level was that we should all strive, not to be a person of integrity, not to be somebody who is seen as a pillar in your community for doing the right things, not to be someone who is inconsistent give back and encouragement of others, but to be one to go for the bag, to be one to always chase the dollar. And of course, they use these two individuals who are at the epitome, at the very top of our view when it comes to that. We talking Jay-Z and we talking Gayle King. You know, we know Gayle because, we know, Oprah boo things. So when you have that conversation in that space, of course, it's going to garner attention, especially with the way they've used Gayle sort of as a pseudo weapon to cut down the A-list black celebrities, black male celebrities, the men in recent. Like, she's been, let me get at it. Went at Kelly's. Went at everybody else that she went at, disparaging things. Boom, they gonna send them to Gayle. And so, of course, people gonna look. Now, I didn't watch the entire interview. Because of the fact that, I haven't been able to sit through a Gayle interview in a minute. She sort of switched gears. Yeah, she definitely went at Snoop, Jules. Yeah, she went at a few. But in that clip, Jay did look a little off and didn't have that youthful presence that he usually has. And he was kind of guarded as well. But again, when you're talking about someone, who has a boo thing, who has been the number one wealthiest melanated woman here, and we have number one hip hop rap personality MC there with a consistent message of get to the bag, ever present, because they didn't even have to go in that route to speak on that comment, on that meme, because you already know from their name, you already know from their branding that, this is this is about money. as with everything else in this country, right? That's it. They don't value anything else. As we just seen in Maine, they damn sure don't value life. They don't. They don't value life at all. I always tell you, in this class, they are warmongers, and that's it. You know, at any time when you can just take an assault rifle and, again, mow down non-combatants, mow down people who don't see you coming, mow down people who don't even know that you are an enemy of that individual. That's a mental sickness. That's a makeup in your DNA. That's something that you are a part of, your savagery. So we know that they don't value that. They don't value life. They don't value nature. These are men or whatever they are who, again, have the ultimate beef with nature. So for us to see how they move in these spaces, and the only thing they value is this monetary note, is this dollar that they created, is troubling for me. So this is why we having this conversation, because, again, I've been in a space where I've done some very savage things in the chase of that, to get to that dollar, to believe that that would be the source of balance in the world that I was coming from, to seek refuge in it. But in all of that opulence, in all of that acquired income by Jay-Z and Gayle King, we haven't benefited from it, not one iota. We don't get it. There's absolutely no trickle down to the black community from black celebrities. So that's why I wanted to get into this, because that's not the only space where this comes in at, right? Because when we look at that, when we look at Jay, when we look at Gayle, and we perceive, or we have a belief in the perception of wealth, we're going to learn that we have to look, open up, and give our lens a different focal piece, because there are others that we're going to speak about in this class that's saying, hold on, wait a minute. This is some truth that I need to get off my chest. So now we haven't really questioned whether or not Hove is holding like that. I mean, I've been in certain panels and dialogues where people really was going hard with concrete, what they believe is evidence and proof that this dude is not worth nowhere near what he's claiming. So now we're going to get into why people question that based on other people's truth. Remember, we just seen Snoop D-O-double-G tell y'all straight up that yo, we not getting no bread off these streams, right? So we need to check that. So did Dres from Black Sheep. We not getting that. And then, damn, she just jumped out of my head. I seen one of the black actresses speak on, yo, we don't get no bread from that streaming. So when we looking at it and we like, yo, hold up. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Like, how can you transition like that? You did? How can we believe that these people who were getting money one way, once the industry shifted, once technology shifted, they shouldn't be able to still be on that level? They would have to be knocked down. So all of this that they throw in your face to, make you believe that they are worthy of some type of treatment that you wouldn't give anybody else starts to get questioned. And then when we question that, we pull back the prestige that we have on them and shit get real shaky. Hold up, Christopher Threats. You do get a 55. Yeah, you do. And Dallas. Yeah, Clarice, you right. You get a 55 too. Now, on the cusp of Jay-Z and Oprah's, Oprah, man. Oprah's boo thing, Gail, right on the cusp of that, we get another meme that's starting to run through, which is the meme of the NBA players and their salaries, right? The top salaries of the NBA dudes. And in the top salaries of these NBA dudes, we are in that bracket of scratching our head and going, well, wait a minute, hold up. Like really, wait a minute. And you getting these numbers like Steph Curry, 51 million for this season, one season, right? 82 games in the playoffs, one season, 51 million. Then you get to KD, right? His ex-teammate, Mr. Kevin Durant, 47 million for balling, y'all, playing basketball. The same game Dr. J played. The same game. Damn. May he rest in peace. Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain played. And Bailey was getting $100,000 at one point for the year. You understand? LeBron, 47 million. Joel Embiid, 47 million. Kawhi Leonard, 45 million for the year. Not to mention what they got the previous year and 2 years before that, and maybe next year. Where some of these players in the last decade may have accumulated, right, between that and endorsements and stuff like that, upwards of $300-400 million in personal assets and things, right? We're hearing this stuff and then we like, hold on, that's a lot of M's. That's a lot of M's. At what point do we as black folk benefit from that? Now, of course, they're going to run that little slick shit. You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym and all that other little, well, what you need me to do, what you expect me to do. You dig what I'm saying? And you're absolutely right, sir. However, you want to be recognized by our people, right? You want our people to come to the games. You want our people to buy the merch to support you. So now again, that's just the top 10 salaries, right? Within there, in the league, today, by the end of the year. Not to mention everybody else, right? Everybody not getting what Steph getting, 51 million for the year. No. But shit, some of them getting 15, 18, right? Shit. 15 million a year, right? For the dude coming up off the bench, 3-4 million a year for the dude that's just sitting on the bench. You know, the scrubby dude. this income, all of this supposed resource. And if we move it over, shit, some of the NBA refs get $1 million a year. Right? And then we slide over to the NFL. 16, 17 games for the season. Some of them making 12, 18 million a year. Yeah. Okay? And if we slide on over to baseball, same thing. Same thing. But in all of this income and all of these bags being got, we are still in the same conditions, right? We're still in the same way. We're still struggling. We still are becoming or being victims, right, of the same symptoms that we were victims in decades past. Okay? Decades past. So this is, again, where the wealth, where these dollars, right, where these riches are not doing us any good. I'll tell you, our counterparts, when those Euro players get those contracts from the NBA and go back to their home countries, those towns, those villages that those individuals are from don't look the same as when they left. They put back. Those spaces are totally different because of this individual player. And don't let them bring a few of their countrymen in. Woo! I mean, we already see what happened in the Ukraine when the Klitschko brothers, the boxers, went back. One became a mayor. The other one is in the service. They're all doing their thing. They're putting what they earned, their labor, behind who they say they are. But when it comes to us, or people who look like us, we don't vibrate the same. We don't resonate. They don't resonate. Nah, it's not that. It's not that. But this is the lens that they push. This is where we at with it. Now, okay, those are the two spaces. So you got Jay-Z, Gail, right? You have now the NBA and their players and their upper echelon salaries, right? This is where we at with it. But since we are, and you are with the hip-hop anger management specialist, we deal with things in the culture, at the grassroots of the culture, and work our way up. So as you see, Jay, I have mentioned him with this group because he's no longer representing the culture to that degree. He shifted gears a long time ago. Okay? A long time ago. So we get to how, and maybe the very reason why, that acquired income from the Euros, from the old phase, from, these main people, this man, these people who, excuse me, who represent or are represented by this dummy in Maine, right? Those are the same people who pay these individuals these salaries. Yeah, people just like him. People who were dedicated, people who were in the service, right? They giving you his profile. And his profile is something that I just don't understand. Why isn't it so alarming to black people? You got to start listening. Army veteran or service veteran, weapons, ranges, mental health. Why doesn't that alarm you? You will see a black kid in a hoodie. You'll see a black kid in some black ups, Air Forces, or sagging, and you'll be alarmed as hell. These white people, these white men, who are very much the profile, y'all shrug your shoulder. Y'all don't even pay them no mind. And they the ones that's continuously doing this shit. But anyway, let's move on. So now we see that these individuals, right, who are in the NBA, who are in the entertainment industry, who may be actors, you dig what I'm saying? Why doesn't that resource make it down to the communities that need it the most, the people that need it the most, the ones who also support these individuals the most and give them the most attention? Well, let's look at this one particular, case that somebody shot to my DMs today, matter of fact. NBA Youngboy, one of the most notable young commercial rappers of today. Many still don't know in our generation, don't know who the hell he is, never heard 2 or 3 good bars from this boy. But NBA Youngboy, who they say is one of these individuals who have this income, right? Says he spent $7 million on clothes, $8 million on jewelry, and $10 million on real estate. Okay, I want you to hear that. If you didn't see the meme and didn't read it, I want you to hear that. Now, some people may believe 10 millions on real estate is a good investment. And they may argue you back and forth with that. And again, I keep telling you, I've seen people lose their shirt and their drawers investing in real estate, especially if they don't know what the hell they doing. And in this day and time, 10 million on real estate, depending on where you at, ain't about shit, ain't about much, nothing to really brag about. I'm telling you, it don't take much. Definitely in New York City. Shit, $10 million in real estate ain't shit in the Big Apple. So you ain't tooting your horn up here with that, homeboy. I could take you to Bushwick. I could take you to some parts of East New York, Brownsville, where you get 10 million in real estate. That ain't shit. Nothing. You damn sure can't get no commercial property out of that. So, you know, they laugh at you here, baby, with that bullshit. You get laughed at coming to New York City talking about 10 million in real estate. But, again, some folk from wherever they from, it might be a good look for them. Might be a big up. It could amount to something. But herein lies the issue. Because, again, we're not going to let him run with just that statement right there. Because that's what people will do. That's why I led with that statement. Because it seems as it's the most intelligent piece of the statement. But I want to get to the 8 million in jewelry and the 7 million in clothes. Now, the 8 million in jewelry, again, some people will believe that that's a good look. And I'm telling you for absolute fact, as one of the best stick-up kid on out, that sometimes when you take that jury back to get the wealth of it, it ain't nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. None. Jury depreciates more than cars. Trust I know. Trust I know. I've seen suggested retail price of Rolexes, presidentials that I done took and went back to the scales. They don't give you that. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. So, but again, in this day and time, that's his drip. That's his flex. They may say that 8 million in jury is something solid. But here is the dumb shit. If you ever think that I'm gonna believe that any nigga that spends $7 million on clothes is smart, you got the wrong person to talk to, man. Nah, homie. Nah, home skillet. No. That is the most ignorant Negro shit I have ever heard. Seriously. $7 million on clothes? Clothes. And that was the first line in the meme or in the pic, and I'm saying, nah. This dude dumber than I thought he was from the rip. And got the dumb face too in the meme. Like you $7 million on clothes? Now, I've seen some expensive ass clothes. Trust and believe. I come up in the age of the Uber designers. God damn it, I grew up in the age of designer wear. Everybody from Calvin Klein or Hugo Boss to Liz Claiborne to Versace to Ungaro to Sergio to what? You name it. You name it. But 7 million? You got to be crazy. Not just for one ass. Nah. Even, when they was wearing them black monkey, red monkey jeans and they was charging dudes $300-400 for a pair of jeans, and they got the new one, what is it, Kasubi and all that. Them shits is $280 a pair for a jean. Is no way. $7 million for clothes, and he ain't the jazziest dresser. I'm telling you. I ain't never seen him in a pair of hard bottoms at all. At all. You ain't got no Gators, no Mauries, no nothing that you could even start to say, well, at least these shoes is $2,500. So you mean to tell me that people can get you to pay $600 and $700 for sneakers, $400-500 for jeans, and you spend $7 million? Yeah, you absolutely right, D. He could have started his own clothing line with that. But again, I want you to not leave it and direct it straight at him, right? Because then, we would be considered haters, even though we're just giving clean, clear statement. to the idiotic behavior that is displayed by this person who many claim is the #1 rapper, #1 earning rapper of the last 2 or 3 years, right? So maybe because he's spending like that and he's in the lead and other people want to aspire to be like him, the trickle-down effect doesn't come through. Because if you're spending $7 million on clothes, $8 million on jewelry, $10 million on real estate, we're talking $25 million for one ignorant ass rapper. But you, us, conscious and woke folk have the nerve and the audacity to ask or beg or make an attempt to demand reparations from the Euros when they're going to point back to that little ignorant nigga as an example? Damn, Bliz, you went that way with it. See, sometimes I don't mean to go that way with it. It just comes out. You understand? And sometimes it just come out like that. Because I always have to be in a frame of higher level thinking, of higher level thought, even though we're talking about basically some ignorant, dumb bullshit coming from the commercial rap community. We gotta shift gears on them. Because this is where the money talk comes in. Okay? You looking at it. You're looking at Jay-Z, talking about a $500,000 dinner. You're talking about NBA player salaries. Now you're talking about a rapper who says $7 million on clothes. Now, I'm not going front. I'm telling you, I'm not going to act as if hip-hop wasn't a culture and a nation built on flashy and materialism and trying to outdo each other with the clothing. Shit, even this. You know, when I got on my Ernie and Bert shirt, it's going to be some shit. When I throw this on, I'm always talking shit. Because it's the Ernie and Bert shit. It make me feel good. And even this shit is an Izard or something. No flash. You know, because when we came up, we knew the article of clothing based on the style and the fabric. So we knew, oh, that's that low shit. Oh, that's that shit. Now they got to show it everywhere. They got to prove it. But you wouldn't know this is Izard if I didn't show it. This is Ernie and Bert shit. Man, I remember these two dudes, we used to laugh at them all the time. Because, you know, when you Brooklyn dudes and you looking at dudes and we going to Manhattan and seeing certain cats in the clubs and shit like that, we're like, what the hell is that shit he got on? You know? So it was these two little dudes, these little twins out of Harlem, out of Grant, I believe. They used to be wearing these Ernie and Bert type shirts to the tunnel. When everybody else used to come through wearing Versace and this and that. These little two dudes, and they was getting plenty money. Little dudes, they used to wear these anytime, any week, every week. They had different little Ernie and Bert. I was like, yo, okay, this is their style, this their little thing, okay. So that's what we used to call them shits. Every time I seen them two little twin dudes, never knew their names, you know, but they used to wear them shits. And it made them stand out, you know. I never thought I would wear no little Ernie and Bert shit. I picked this shit up. So when I picked this up got to be about 8 years ago if you watch some of my vids. So I am dumbfounded when I hear people say that they spend so much on clothing, right? Because when we was doing that, when you hear of the low lives in that movement, they wasn't paying for that shit. You think they was robbing people? You think they was getting money in the street to go and give Bloomingdale's $800 for a polo sweater? Hell no. Let me get that. Let me ask that. Yeah. Not paying. No. No. Could they afford it? Yeah. Because, yeah, we're getting plenty money. Trust and believe. From 85 to damn near 92, New York City was plenty money in the street. Dudes was taking plenty money. Of course, you had dudes going out of town hustling and all that, but dudes was taking plenty money. So ain't nobody buying that low shit. Nah, they was going to Columbus Circle low store. They going to the low outlets. They going everywhere. Let me get that. Let me get that. So when you say 7 million on clothing, and he ain't the sharpest dude to dress. No, so the shit he buying is trendy. It's gonna go out of style. So when we speaking 7 million, if somebody walked by today with them red monkey ass jeans on or some old other weird shit that dudes was wearing, that shit is out of style. But at one time they paid 3 and change for it. It's not worth that now. It's clothes. It's something that you put your ass in, right? That's what you did. You put your ass in that. So I'm trying to figure out what does he have? What kind of wardrobe? 7 million? Or is he just capping for the gram? There's no way in hell. I don't care if you got jackets that cost $8,000, $9,000. It is absolutely dumbfounding for anybody. Yeah, you're right. Tight jeans, them tight ass jeans he got, them shit can't be worth nothing. Tight. How much material fabric is on them little tight ass skinny jeans and shit that be all up on his grippers? Tight, looking like Mikhail Baryshnikov and all that. Tight. Tight. Them jeans look like he getting ready to dance for the Russian ballet. And you talking about $7 million in clothes? When half the time we see you with a t-shirt, how much that t-shirt? $6,500? What kind of material is that t-shirt made out of? Camel ass? Llama belly. Let me find out. He got the llama belly t-shirts. Coming from the Gobi Desert. He got that got to be, it has to be. He got the llama belly where they go and choke out a llama and cut so gingerly and make that into a woven cotton. And he makes those t-shirts in the desert for NBA Youngboy to buy the llama belly t-shirts for $6,500. It got to be. Gotta be. Gotta be. He got to have the crocodile ass, right there under the tail, the crocodile ass skin sneakers. Got to be. 7 million in clothes? Come on. But again, as somebody who the kids listen to, as somebody who they made an influence, as somebody who is the benchmark for where the kids believe they're supposed to be in order to deem themselves successful, they gotta match that. Just like they're trying to match each other with crimes and criminality and language and posturing and positioning. They have to aspire to be that. So if they come short of that, they feel a ways. It's damaging to their esteem because they can't get $7 million worth of clothing, like NBA Youngboy, right? They can't get the hot jackal ass Nike 24s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know the Nike 24s, the new shit that ain't come out yet, the ones that gonna come out in 2025, and the tongue of the sneaker is made with hot jackal ass because they made sure the jackal was hot and running in the Serengeti. And then they got the jackal while he was hot and sweating and cut the goddamn fur off the jackal's hot ass. And then they wove it and stitched it into a leather and made the hot jackal ass Nike 24s. And he bought them shits for $18,700. That got to be the type of shit he's wearing for a $7 million clothing wardrobe. Shit, Steve Harvey got 800 suits, and he ain't say that shit is $7 million. So this young boy got to be wearing some exclusive shit. He got to be wearing the silverback monkey hair drawers. He got to wear that. $7 million in clothes and not one suit? Nah, man. Nah. But since these are statements that are made, and they're made publicly, and they're made in front of the world to see, and his behavior, which is always under question because he's been in them mighty shackles. He's been in them cuffs several times and on some major shit. They make magic happen with them cases. I never seen somebody catch so many gun charges and don't lay up for a significant amount of time. So when the world sees and understands that in his appearance and his skin that he seems as a melanated person, and they hear that ignorance, because you got kings and princes and goddamn rulers of nations that don't have $7 million in clothes. You make all of your generation appear to be dumb, ignorant ass little black people. I'm just saying. So is this a real statement or is this cap? Is this geared for something like us to speak to? From us who, shit, many of us is, not 2 or 3 goddamn checks away from financial ruin in 2024. To hear that. And I'm not just talking about us regular folk. I'm talking about you got a few of his peers, a few of his colleagues that, shit, if they don't do a show, at least 2 or 3 a month, their ass is right back in the project. So we're not going to allow anybody to say, well, y'all ain't getting it. You don't know what kind of life they living and because again, we got others who's giving up the truth. So while he's running around saying statements like this, we got to assume that he got motherfucking gazelle kneecap gloves and shit like that. He running around with some shit that, there must be some type of cap to it. Because, 7 million, I guarantee you that. I guarantee you if you Google and start doing your search engine searches on certain presidents of certain countries, damn it, certain dictators. I wouldn't give a fuck who it is. Man, 7 million on clothing. These dudes ain't got nowhere near that. So they got to be looking like, wait, what? I rule a whole nation. Shit, I ain't got $1 million wardrobe. So it makes us look stupid. You understand? It makes us look ignorant when we allow these to be the narratives within our culture. Okay? Because if that is what they want us to believe, do we believe Ceasar from Black Ink? Because Ceasar from Black Ink just gave us a very, very significant statement. If you don't know the statement, Ceasar from Black Ink was on a podcast. And in the clip of the video gives a very clean and clear affirmative statement on how much money the Black Ink franchise has made for that network in the past 10 years. And the show itself generated $1.5 to $1.7 billion for the network over that span in ad revenue. You know, when these companies put these ads, these commercials together and buy time on the network to show all of us what we need to buy. $1.5 to $1.7 billion for Black Ink Crew. Now remember, Black Ink was only in New York, then it went Black Ink New York, Black Ink Chicago, Black Ink, Miami, Black Ink LA. This became this big franchise. He ain't see 1% of that. And now that, you know, it's being streamed on other platforms and networks, and he said he ain't getting no residuals off of that. So if he's on TV and not getting that, this dude is only in music. NBA Youngboy only did music. That's it. And we know, because for Snoop is saying that the streams are not adding up and people are not getting paid for these billions of streams. Somebody's stunting here. Because we know the levels to entertainment. I told you before. You got books, which is literature, low level. You got TV. Nope. Let me clear that up. You got literature, which is books. The next step is records, recorded music. That's the next level. Okay? So you got literature. You got, after literature, you got records. After literature and records and music, you get TV. After TV, you get Hollywood. That's the tiers. So Ceasar already skipped 2 tiers. He didn't have to write no books. He wasn't doing no music. He jumped right into television. So you would think that on television, he had a substantial amount of bread coming from that. Nah, And he ain't saying. He been on TV 10 years. So I know he's doing okay. Not what is deserving of his labor and creativity. Again, the old phase got him. And he's letting that be known. So if the old phase got him, we know the old phase got the young boy. Because he damn sure ain't sharp. Because he wearing turtleback hoodies and shit. He wearing hoodies that cost $20,000 because it's made from turtleback shell. Thinned out. Okay? So he ain't too bright with a $7 million clothing wardrobe, right? Expenditure. He wearing the wildest and the finest shit for $7 million. He got the orangutan fitted on. You know, the real orangutans with the orange and the red fur. He got fitteds made out of that shit that cost about 30 grand. He got two. So we know he's not that bright. So if he's not that bright, we know he's not getting as much off his music as he may believe or as he may say he's getting. No, it don't work like that. Because Ceasar's showing you how you getting beat on TV. We got the writer's strike going on showing you, and the actor's strike showing you that they getting beat in Hollywood. So when we speaking this money, when we speaking about wealth, when we speaking about influence, and the way that they speak to young folk, the way that they encourage young folk to come up in their bullshit, we have to arm these kids with the proper information so they can make the determination whether or not these people should have any type of impact on how they move throughout their lives. Just appreciate the music, appreciate the art, appreciate what the vibration is and keep it moving. Definitely shouldn't appreciate the celebrity because they capping. And to chase what they believe is that wealth is going to eventually do our kids way more harm than good. I mean, with all this money going around, and again, when we speaking of the NBA players and we saying Steph getting $51 million a year, we got to go back almost 20 years. Kevin Garnett, when he signed his big major contract, he was getting 16, 17, 18 million a year. So all of these people, and how many people in the NBA became millionaires between the years of Kevin Garnett and Steph Curry? Shit, there's niggas that came through in and out. Had maybe a good 5-year run in the NBA. They made a pretty penny. How has any of that helped us as black folk? How? I want you to count how many people. That's your task. That's your task. Count how many millionaires we done had in sports and entertainment. How many millionaires, multi-millionaires we have had in Hollywood, in the NBA, in the NFL, in Major League Baseball, in boxing, in hip-hop. Count it. And then come back to me, mad as hell at how much better we could have been as a nation if just a fraction of them selfish ass, ignorant ass, fool ass boys would have gave back to their community. Do the numbers. And then you understand why I say, F that bag. That shit is poison. Okay? Okay? Because those that get it, they don't give us none. They don't give up. They haven't set up anything proper, that's going to lead the spark to our liberation? Nah. 7 million in clothing. When the wards of Louisiana is tore up. 7 million in clothing? Nah. So again, as always, it's after midnight. If you've been in here rocking with me, man, God damn it, I know you trying to get an A. I know that for absolute fact. But don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Okay? We're in a good space because we're in a space where we are observing all the negativity in the world. We're observing all this bullshit in the world, and we're still remaining focused on who we are and what our task is. So you know that you're going to win whenever you're in a position like that and your eyes are open and your heart is strong and your muscles are stronger. We gonna win. We definitely gonna win. Okay? So fund the war effort. Okay? War effort ain't about the bag. The war effort is about getting ready, preparing for what's to come. And before I go, somebody asked me that in my DM. Somebody said, this is what's going on. Brother, are we ready for war? And then he shot me with the old ass Killer Mike vid. And I said to berate people because they are not warmongers, they are not soldiers, they are not knowing that this is a war. To berate them and to come down on them was stupid. That made no sense. That made no sense. So no, we know well that we are not prepared. We are not ready for war. But that doesn't mean we can't get ready. Okay? Doesn't mean we can't get ready. We know the understandings of who we are politically, economically, and within this structure. Okay, yeah, recognize it. We ain't ready, but that doesn't mean we can't get ready. The first place to get ready for war is right here. So, we getting there. We getting there. All right? So, peace and power. West Coast, y'all don't get no brownie points for being here. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. It's 9:30 over there. Y'all still watching the damn Laker game. On my East Coast, much love. Straight up, y'all rocking with me this night. Support the war effort. Yes, salute Dallas. Okay. Yeah, West Coast, they don't get no apple. They don't get no brownie points. And damn it, it's 9:30 over there. 9:30. They don't get no brownie points. They ain't tired. Hell out of here. We tired over here. It's almost 12:30 after midnight. Alright? East Coast is shit. We got cat shit in our eyes in the morning. Y'all messing with me. So again, come back to class. All 10 fingers, 10 toes. Salute. All peace and power to the people that struggle. All peace and power. Hebrew executions. What time you got in here? You got in here late. Lucky, you don't get a 55 for late. You get a 55 for absences. But now I'm just seeing you, so salute. All right? Peace and power. All love to the people that struggle. All right, I got my eye on you. You on time, but I keep my eye on you. That good eye, too. Not the bad one, the good one.